telephone.
There's the gun. Really good stuff.
I remember at prime time at that time, we couldn't point the gun directly at Kelly. So I had to hold it straight up. So I remember having to figure out, like, what am I going to do with this gun? Because I can't point it at anybody. Those were the rules.
Apparently, you can't point a gun at anyone or look at anyone in the eye. So
right.
Those are the two. Yeah.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, Beverly Hills 90210 fans, stop what you're doing right now, because it's time to dive deep into 90 News. All the latest news and rumors coming out of your favorite zip code. With your hosts, Pete Ferrero and Melanie Rose. Oh my God, I can't believe what I just heard.
Well, here we are on our second edition of 90 News. This is very exciting. Melanie, you're dressed up all festive for Halloween.
Yes, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. I mean, this is as extreme as I get. The New Evolution shirt. I felt like I had it to be the leader of a cult today. So that's
all right. You know, I actually have my New Evolution mug too. So we're matching. I love it.
Yes, very cool. We always match. And then I've got I'm just drinking water today. Yeah, last week drinking alcohol in the morning was a little bit rough for me, but I can always handle it, but whatever.
Yeah. I'm on water too.
I wanted to say the show was really great this last week. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Larry Mullin's going to join us, but wow, it was really good to see Paige Moss after all these years, and the role that she played as Tara was just phenomenal. So I thought that was fun. Did you enjoy the show this week?
I did. I thought it was great. It was really fun seeing Jenny pop on and, you know, the two of them interact after so many years. So I thought it was a great episode. It was fun to hear, you know, Paige's perspective on playing that interesting kind of psychotic character. So it was another great show.
Love it. All right. Well, listen, everybody, I've gotten a few emails about this topic. So I just wanted to let you know before we talk about this, I don't really feel like the behind the scenes of the Beverly Hills 90210 show podcast is all that interesting. But there has been a few questions about where's Lily. So I just wanted to take a second to address that so that everybody knows where we are with that. Lily's no longer with the show. We did 31 episodes with her, and I absolutely adore her and love her and think that she's fantastic. But I thought it was time sort of to open up the floor to other participants and let's hear some other voices. And Perry's been very good on Sunday for our election show. Erin from the Today Show is going to join us, and we will totally get back to having some guests, like, you know, some of the fans pop in at the top of the show with contests and all that stuff. But there's just a lot going on. There's the election coming up. There's a Thanksgiving show that will be pre-recorded. So once we get through some of that stuff, we'll start integrating people back into the show. But Richard the Best, absolutely loved her. I think she's happy. She got to meet, you know, Jason Priestley and Brian Austin Green.
Yes.
You know, with that. And I think we'll definitely have her back for some time when we do like one of those debate shows that we did. If you remember, we did the triangle. I feel like we had another triangle in it somewhere with Brandon, Dylan, and Kelly. So that's what's up with that. Love her and send her our best wishes always. Now, what do you have to start with?
All right. Well, the biggest news story of the week was Entertainment Tonight's interview where Sarah Michelle Gellar sat down with Shannen Doherty. And, you know, they discussed Shannen's cancer, their friendship. They discussed Shannen's initial hesitation to go on the reboot. And, you know, she talked about what's going on in her life right now. I thought it was really well done. The fact that one of her good friends, lifelong friends, interviewed her, you know, it really drew out the emotion and it was really fun. It was great seeing the two of them interact. And I loved what Entertainment Tonight did with that. I think it was a fun way to have her being a guest correspondent.
I have to tell you, I love Shannen Doherty. Speaking of Lily, I mean, she loves Shannen Doherty. My wife loves Shannen Doherty.
Yes.
And one of the reasons why I wanted her to come on the Super Show so badly was because I wanted to hear some of her story and I wanted to hear her voice. We haven't heard it in so long. So, you know, it's so cool to see her do that with a friend. That kind of made the most sense for her to do that there together. I loved the interview. They gave her enough space to talk about whatever she wanted to talk about. I still think, Shannen, that people want to know your thoughts on Beverly Hills 90210 and want you to dive deep. So please consider doing it with us or 90210MG down the line because we all want to hear your voice. So I'm just and your input on what it was like making that show all those years ago. So I think she's just an incredible talent. It was great to hear her this week for sure.
Yep, absolutely. I love that. I thought it was a great segment. So well done to Sarah Michelle, to Shannen, and to Entertainment Tonight.
Yes. All right. So now we have this one. Is that right? Tori will not be on The Real Housewives?
That's correct. Yes. I've been doing some research all week, and finally it looks like Bravo actually shut the rumors down. It was back and forth whether or not she would be a main cast member or perhaps just come on as a friend, but it sounds like that will not be happening. Unless we don't know the full story. We, of course, welcome Tori to come on and, share what's going on with that. But according to our research, it looks like Tori will not be on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
All right. I mean, listen, I want Tori to come on the show. Yes.
Yes.
But I want her. Let's make another reboot, Tori. Hit me up. I have an idea.
Oh, and it's a good idea. I know your idea, and it is a good one. So, yes. 100%.
So I'm going to pitch it to Larry later. My next Beverly Hills 90210 reboot idea. I have a reboot idea. I wrote a 1-page on it, and I can't wait to share it with them. Hopefully he likes it. Hopefully Tori likes it. I want to see her act more. I think we all and I want to hear her podcast. I'm super excited for that. We've seen a lot of reality stuff from her, I think. You know what I mean? But I'm super excited for their podcast for sure. Hey, before we get into the next thing, I wanted to talk about Jenny was on our show this week. We saw the clip at the top. That was a lot of fun to have her. And I'm going to bring on our buddy here to kind of talk about that.
Hey.
Larry Mollin.
Hi, Larry.
Hey, I'm Larry Don Mullin. I'm the reporter. Today, it's a different personality for 90 News. Try to get a little more subjective. I don't want to have any fake news come in there. So
That's
I'm
right.
Try to do what I'm doing. I'm kind of modeling myself after a Canadian sportscaster named Dick Beddoes. I'm Dick Beddoes. This is news. Okay, what's up?
How was Jenny? Was that amazing?
It was so great that happened. I mean, it was so perfect to have. First of all, you know how hard it was to get Tara on the show. I literally wrote her a handwritten letter, which she totally ignored. Also, I don't know how Pete finally got through to her, but I kind of gave up after about a month back and forth. And then to have Jenny pop in to make that story really come alive, to see them together, the reunion of them, the reactions between them, it was really great fun. I mean, it was so, we hadn't seen Paige obviously for 26 years,
right.
And to see her now, and it was wonderful. And she's an art dealer. She was like sitting in front of an Andy Warhol. That was not a print. That was not a beach print from the beach house. That was a real.
It did look like that though. Somebody said that.
I know someone said that. I had to correct them because I had never knew Andy Warhol did flowers, so I had to go back and check that out because I was a big fan of his work. But anyway, it was just wonderful to hear the insight of both of them. And of course, Jenny didn't remember as well as Paige, because obviously it was the first job that Paige had done, really, and to step into that world and that character where you're playing a villain and to be as accomplished as she was, boy, we just loved her for that. And Jenny was just stellar in that performance, and then also stellar on the show, just to see that and to see how grateful she was. And she was so giving to that guest star, which was genuine. So let that be said,
it was nice
to go into the accounting of this.
Yeah, it was really nice to see Jenny stop by. First of all, every time Jenny Garth comes on the show, it's been twice now, I'm just always taken back. I'm just like, oh, God, she's so stunning. You know what I mean? Like,
there's that. I mean,
but she's also very cool and personable. I mean, Melanie's a producer on our Wednesday show, or the producer, and getting Paige to get connected to the internet or sometimes it's a step, and so Jenny and Larry and Jessica and I and Perry had to wait for Paige to get all that. I keep want to call her Tara, but Paige to get all of her stuff together, and she did quickly. But Jenny hung out with us. She was super cool. She was like,
that was the best.
Tell me the book that you're working on now.
I know. I kind of got to picture my book at LarryMullin.com. He had the book right there in the background of his thing. I see the book right there.
Yes, it's the Bible.
Thank you very much. But that was a real special day because, and I hope people go back and watch that show because we didn't really advertise. We just had a special guest, but to have Jenny there in that with Tara there, that's what makes the show so wonderful.
Yeah, and then the thing about it is,
Speak
like,
objectively.
with Jenny and all of them, we would definitely want to see Tori come on, and Ian come on, and Tiffany.
Yes, Tiffany, where are you? Oh, we would love to
I'm
have
concerned
Tiffany.
about the Tiffany thing. I don't understand why she doesn't want to, since she had. Oh, there's my wife going by with the
I
mask.
saw that, yeah.
I should close the door.
Yeah.
But I don't understand. She's doing the the Saved by the Bell. You're covering that in the news. You should definitely cover that. It's a big deal. I mean, she's actually in this scripted show. But I don't know. I mean, we have to speculate. I mean, we've done some investigative journalism. I did track her down, Pete, till July 2016 at a fundraiser with Tori and Jason Priestley. Yeah. And I saw pictures of them really everyone having a great time together.
That's
so certainly at 2016, there was a good feeling there. So maybe it's I don't know. Hopefully it can be overcome and we can get her here to talk about the work, which was incredible.
Because she is one of the most important characters. I mean, we talked about Shannen earlier and what she delivered in the first 4 seasons, but what Valerie delivered in the next phase took it to the show to another level. Some people don't agree with that, but I think Tiffany was phenomenal on the show. So, hey, come on to the Beverly Hills 90210 show if you're listening.
Yes, and really, it's a good chance to promote the new Saved by the Bell reboot too. So
exactly, it makes total sense. And it's with Chuck and I. We created the character of Valerie. It would be a great reunion for us to kind of talk to you about it and what we were going into, what we thinking, and what you delivered, which was more than we had asked for, which was
absolutely. And listen, so Larry, this Sunday. We're recording a election-themed episode to go along with whatever is going to happen on Tuesday. I'm going to drop that on Monday ahead of the election. We're going to be talking about a season 1 episode, and where Brandon ran for president. You have not seen that.
I have not seen it. I'm going to look at it. Chuck has warned me only to look at the election stuff. I'm going to follow Chuck's advice. And the other episodes, I was part of, and obviously the Josh Richland character started in Little Fish, which was a script that I wrote. So I'm always near and dear to Josh Richland. So that's great. Richland Walsh. Come on, guys.
Exactly. But I am very curious of your take of that season 1 episode because of the other storyline that is going on. So,
you want me to watch the whole thing?
I do, only because it's just it is so left field. So I'm not going to reveal that too much, but I think it's going to be fun. That's going to drop Monday at 5:00. So while everything's going on politically in our world throughout the week, you'll have that to kind of take your mind off of it. And then we're back live 11/11 with Kathleen Robertson, who I just cannot wait to see.
Claire Arnold.
Yes. Oh, it's going to be really so good. So good.
All right, Larry, we're going to say goodbye to you. Thank you for popping in. It's always good to see you. And
all the news that's fit and lit.
All right, my man. Bye-bye.
That's right. Bye, Larry.
It's always good having Larry with us. Speaking about Kathleen, I'm worried. This was an Instagram story post the other day. She's only eating Lay's ketchup potato chips for dinner. I'm happy to send a meal, Kathleen, whatever. If you need me to drop by again and bring a pizza, just let me know. I got it covered for you.
You're so sweet.
All right, what else do we have here?
We have some Brian Austin Green news. If you watch The Masked Singer, you will know that he was unmasked and he was the giraffe. That was a few weeks ago. But The Masked Singer announced that they're dropping a new show called The Masked Dancer. And Brian Austin Green is actually going to be on the panel. He will be sitting along with Paula Abdul, Ken Jeong, and Ashley Tisdale. So, fun fact, our friend Sherry Weiss over at Teen Drama Whore messaged me last night and let me know that Ashley Tisdale was actually a guest star on 90210. That was in... Oh, you did? Perfect. Let's play it.
This one? This thing?
Okay.
Is that Nicole?
Yeah.
Go get her. Wait.
All right. I mean, we can watch Beverly Hills 90210 all day. She was the girl that the kid goes to. Is that who she is?
Yep, that's right. He had a crush on her, and
Hopefully
Gina.
not Gina Kincaid.
No. And Gina encouraged him, to go up to the girl that he had a crush on, and he did, and she danced with him. So it was a cute little story. So Brian Austin Green and Ashley Tisdale didn't ever film anything together, but they were, both on season 10. So there's a little 90210, double 90210 tie-in for Brian being on the panel for the Masked Dancer. Okay.
Before we get to the next news story, Melanie, here's this.
So check it. We have so much new and exciting merchandise over at Beverly Hills 90210showshop.com. You can get your own Peach Pit shirt or Welcome to Beverly Hills shirt. Or, oh my God, check out that classic retro Beverly Hills 90210 shirt. Oh, and for you Claire Arnold fans, Pete, you can get yourself a Claire Arnold t-shirt. I mean, we pretty much have everyone and everything covered, from Dylan McKay to Ray Pruitt. I mean, we even have a Roy Randolph shirt. So don't be a squeef. Head over to Beverly Hills 90210showshop.com and get on it.
Hey, Melanie, before we get to the next news story, Sherry Weiss, for our anniversary show, the Super Show, conducted an interview with Nicholas Pryor, who played Chancellor Arnold on the show. Mm-hmm. And we had no room to show any of the clips. I have one of the clips just sitting here. I'm going to show it. I don't know what it says. I have no idea, but it's just, I've been wanting to show this for a few weeks. So Sherry Weiss, much props for doing that. Here's a clip from the Chancellor Arnold interview. I know at some point we're going to try to get Sherry on to cover this, her time with him, and do a little bit. Maybe we could do that here on 9-0. So here's some of whatever Chancellor Arnold had to say.
And what do you want to say to the fans who have supported 90210 all these years and loved your character?
Thank you. I knew the show was popular, but I had no idea really how popular until we moved here. And when people would stop me, as they did at first, I have simply become that actor. Oh yeah, that actor. But at first, they stopped me, and invariably, it was because of 90210. I don't know anything about the audience except I am eternally grateful.
It was really nice, and she got a lot of great sound bites out of that. So one day we'll revisit that conversation. Okay. How about that?
Great. Ooh, here we go. Okay, so this is part of our social sweep. This was actually an Instagram post that Ian posted this week. He was texting with Jenny, asking Kelly Taylor's teddy bear's name, and Jenny did not remember, so he was kind of giving her some crap on Instagram. So that was really cute. This was Ian's Instagram post.
Also, she struggles to remember things, which I love about her, actually.
And that's going to make the rewatch podcast so much more interesting. 90210 OMG with Tori and Jenny is going to be great, especially, jogging some of those memories and reliving it with the rewatch. So that'll be fun.
The fun thing about them having a podcast with us also having a podcast for me is personally, like, we can revisit as they revisit. We can then on our show revisit something if we need to from the writer's perspective, or a director's perspective, or a producer's perspective, and we could do that on here or on our show depending on what we've covered. And I loved both of them, so I'm ecstatic. I think when I heard that they were doing the show, first thing I thought was I got to get on there to host it. But it beyond that, like, I just was so excited because I'm like, everybody will be talking about 90210 again, and I loved that little interaction between the two of them. All right, what else do you have?
All right. Well, we could continue with our social sweep. We have some pictures. We have Jenny rocking the vote. We've got Vanessa Marcel actually posted a voting photo. Yes, there we go. Nice to see everyone getting out and voting and, posting their cute pictures. Her cute dog there on the floor.
Did you get out the vote yet, Melanie? Did you get out the vote?
I did. Yep. Earlier this week. Sure did. I had a mail-in ballot and I dropped it off at a ballot drop-off place. So 100% voted. And, for anyone listening today, if you have not gotten out to vote yet, please do. Whether you have a mail-in you need to drop off or mail, or, in person, whatever it takes. We need all the votes we can get. So get out and vote.
Now, so you were talking about Jenny's Halloween costumes. Is that what you meant? That's Jenny?
Yes. Yep. That was a Throwback Thursday one she posted yesterday. And her caption was something like, back when my kids would dress up with me or let me dress them up or something. So that was really cute.
Tiffany, right?
Yep, that was Tiffany's photo. Another Throwback Thursday. Her husband and her girls, very cute. Love to see the Halloween stuff. That was something that I believe Tori posted that one, and or maybe it was Jenny, and she said, we need to get more costumes like this, and she referenced the podcast in that Instagram post. So I thought it was really cute and colorful, and it's always fun to see the two of them together. So
absolutely,
yes.
Listen, for people that are listening to this on the road, 90 News, I'm sorry you don't know what any of those images look like, but go back and try to find the YouTube page and watch the video of this episode so you can see what those are. Or just go to their Instagrams and you can find the pictures yourselves. But
yep, that's
you can always watch every video version of our show at Beverly Hills 90210show.com, and that helps you to see the visual.
It's fun being a video cast and a podcast. You get the best of both worlds. So I prefer the video myself. So I don't know.
All right. Now we have Jason's Christmas movie, which I don't have a clip or picture of, but
So he's going to be on Dear Christmas, and he is actually starring on that with Melissa Joan Hart from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. They've posted a couple pictures on their socials, so that movie will be coming in December. And as it gets closer, we'll give you the specific time and dates, so you can make sure to set your DVRs and tune into that.
Maybe we'll get Jason back on to plug that and do another episode when that all plays out.
Yes.
And then you also have this other news here about Hilary Swank. What happened?
Yes. Yeah. So this is kind of 90210 adjacent news. I was actually watching the show Away on Netflix this week. And if you've watched it, you know that is starring Hilary Swank, who, of course, played Carly on 90210, one of Steve's girlfriends. She was a single mom. And I thought it was a great show. And it's funny. I texted one of my BFFs and said, I'm watching Away. I think it's really good. This and that, and she said, "Oh, bummer, it got canceled." And sure enough, it was already canceled after one season. So
Away went away.
Away went away. Yep, exactly. So
well, we love her. So I mean, she was so great in this series. I thought she brought something very different and interesting. I'm talking about 90210. That's all. My brain only knows that. But I'm sure she was wonderful in a way as well. Okay, do we have all of the things? Did we cover all things here on 90 News?
I think we did. I'm just scrolling through my list really quick. Looks like we got it all. There was another Instagram post Shannen did for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You actually showed the photo earlier, but just another shout out to, breast cancer. October's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's something we've maybe all been impacted by, whether it's, a friend, a loved one. So, if there's a breast cancer cause near and dear to your heart, support it. Shannen supports Stand Up to Cancer. So, if we can support her in supporting them, that would be great too.
Absolutely. Okay. So we're going to say goodbye here. Melanie, as you know, I'm all about gratitude these days. I just wanted to tell you how thankful I am to you for popping on here as a producer and coming up with this 90 News. I really gives me a lot of something to look forward to on Friday, and I think our fans that are craving new episodes love it as well. So much gratitude for all the hard work. Appreciate you very much, and of course gratitude to all the people that have been following us from day one. We're just getting started on version 2 of the Beverly Hills 90210 show with new things and exciting things. So stay with us. We got a lot of cool stuff happening. And like I said, we're going to drop Monday at 5:00 this election episode, which I think we're just going to call Vote. I'm really not very clear with my title.
I think that works.
We're going to cover, we talked about Stand and Deliver from season 1, and a couple of the Josh Richland things from season 5, I think that is. So
yes.
Yeah, it definitely is. Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Halloween. Get out there and vote. Tune in next week. And with that, 9021 out.